Yeah, King Joe.
In this video, I'm diving into my ultimate audio studio upgrade journey. After years of relying on my trusty audio interface, I decided it's time for a game changer. Maybe a digital mixer. But why make the switch? Is it worth the investment? We're talking about it coming up right now.
Took some overtime to get the time right. Had to lose a little mind to get my mind right. Finally realized, but in hindsight, you wanted the limelight. Me priority never once. You kept close but never really wasn't. I accept you like a focus. Agree with all your choices. Needed you to need me. Needed you to see me. Until I found the right direction, I think my reflection would agree. Had to find the me in me.
The Short Sport by King David Jordan. Stay get down. Stay get down. Stay get down. Stay get down.
I love the beat.
Stay get down.
Yo, welcome to the King Joe Show tonight, late night. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's your boy King Joe. Oh man,
Stay get down.
I was working on something tonight, and I said I'm gonna make a quick video. I'm gonna try not to be too long, right? I'm trying not to be too long. But as you guys know, I'm going through a situation where I am currently upgrading my studio. What you guys see back here, right? And it's been a blessing. It's been fun, right? It's been really a fun experience. But I've kind of found myself in a conundrum, and I find myself hitting a huge wall. Hold on. 1 second. I got late night munchies, so I'm eating oranges. Or plantains. What are they called? Plantains? But I and even working in it tonight, getting ready to do some painting. Shout out to Dublin City Schools. Don't let them close you down. Also, shout out to in prayers and our thoughts are with our people in LA. Shout out to LA. I'm gonna do another video on that coming up probably on Tuesday. But let's talk about it. I'm setting up my studio and I'm working on my studio and I'm thinking about making a huge switch hits the video. And part of the reason is, and me working on my studio, I don't know if you guys know, last year, I decided to go back and start doing music at over 40 years old. I don't know what I was thinking, right? From, being an award-winning gospel producer to going to content creation and teaching and all this. Now we're going back and doing music. And in order to do music, I have a studio. And I started rebuilding my studio, and I shared a picture with all the dirt and dust and everything that of all the equipment I had that I just let go. And because of my own low self-esteem, right? But, God is good, and he changed, and my Lord Savior Jesus Christ came through, and, what I'm saying? And I appreciate another shot in order to do this music thing. And I start accumulating my old stuff and stuff I had and newer stuff that I bought. As you see the Roland there, the Roland Phantom EX. And that kind of got, which I got last year. And then, of course, you see right there against the wall, you have the Kai NPC Key 61. And then last week, I don't know, earlier this week, or the rest of the week. So last week was a Thursday, Friday. I did a video of me getting the Hammond XK3C and cleaning it off and getting that in. And there lies the problem. And I was cleaning that off, and people were like, well, why are you getting all those keyboards, man? And the Roland has like all these sounds and why you get on the keyboard, man? You know, the MPC has all these modules and sounds, and then you produce in the box tool, and you got, you know, complete, you know, you got all these things, you got native instruments, you got all these sounds. Why are you getting all these keyboards and stuff like that again? And the reasoning is because I am going to be working with some of the projects. We're getting the calendar set up for projects this year that I'm working on. And I'm going to be working with a church and a choir doing a choir album. And when you're producing that style of music, I kind of want to have like the authentic sounds. You know what I'm saying? The roller, you have the V piano. Then you got the Hammond. The actual SK3 was the Hammond. You can get a Hammond C or Hammond B emulation with that. And of course, you got the MPC for your click tracks and everything else, right? So it's more for to have a more authentic sound. Now, I plan on getting actually 2 more. I'm looking for a Yamaha. I really would like the Yamaha, the brand new Yamaha X8 Alpha, X7. You know, I would like that. I would like that. Or the MX7. But those things are like $5,000 brand new. And they're not hardly any on the used market. I mean, 0%. And I've been looking because I know in December, around November, December, I was looking for it. Because if I saw one, I don't care if it's a 61. I'd rather have 76 to 88. But if I don't care if it's a 61, I was going to get it. I was on it. The MA, the Yamaha, them things sound phenomenal. Not really a Nord fan. I'm one of the few ones that think Nord is kind of overrated. But, you know, it is neither here nor there. I do like the fact that it's easy at the stage, and, you know, the time or two that I've sat down and played one, I've enjoyed playing it. I'm not like a huge Nord. Now, Nord, if y'all send me one, let me try it out. I'll make a video on it. We'll send it back, you know what I'm saying? And you may can change my mind. But right now, and I know they just dropped a new organ, the Nord Organ 3. I know they dropped that, but, you know, I'm not a huge Nord fan. Y'all know I'm a Roland guy. That's number one. A Roland guy. Then I've, over the years now, because of the churches I play for, both of the churches I play for have Yamaha, so have yams, so I play yams at the churches I play for. And then, of course, I got the MPC for production. And I have about 7, 8 keyboards. I got about 8 keyboards. But that lies the problem. Because my audio interface, I only have 2 ends, 2 outs, and then I can 8 at it to go to, I think it's 10 and 12 outs, right? So if you know me, I'm running the Apollo Twin X right now, and I'm a UAD guy. I've invested thoroughly into their ecosystem of plugins and audio interfaces. I love the sound. It gives you a professional sound, like I heard coming in today. You know, come to the video. That's all UAD. Beautiful sound. Love it. I stand by it. But I don't have enough inputs and outs. Because as you see, you got the roller, you got the SK3, you got the MPC. Y'all can't see over the other corner over there. You got the Korg. Oh, and I'm probably going to get a Nautilus. Korg Nautilus and a Yamaha M7X. Or if I don't get the M7X, I'm probably just going to get the Modi X2. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Modi X2, and then I'm probably going to get a Korg Nautilus. I've been looking for a Chronos, but the Chronos don't lose value at all. Like 0%. Chronos are still, let's see, let's go to the, Chronos are still like super duper expensive. I mean, crazy expensive. And when we start looking at the Chronos, let's see if we can get up here. The Chronos is crazy expensive. Let's go. All right, so if we look at this, and get off my AI, I'm gonna make a video too why AI is my new business partner. And let me get off Facebook. All right, so here we go. Now, if you look at some of the shopping, if we're looking for a Chronos, let's go Core Chronos. Those things are super duper. Watch how expensive these joints are. Core Chronos 2. Damn, they're still, look at that. They're still like $2,000 for a Core Chronos. $2,000. And I've been trying to find one. I was trying to like, yo, if I could find one for about $1,500, you know, I'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? But $2 for the Core Chronos, even the LS, you know what I'm saying? The new LS, the latest, I think that's the latest one. The last Chronos that they came out was the LS. Man, that joint's $2. $2. And I'm not, yo, that's crazy. They have not lost their value. I think the Chronos dropped. Shoot, let's see, 2014. So you're talking 11 years, and they haven't hardly lost any value in the Chronos, hardly any value. So instead of getting the Chronos, I'm probably gonna get a Nautilus. So I'm looking at a Cord Nautilus, and I'm probably gonna get a Yamaha keyboard, just because I like to have everything. Because if I show you, like, if you look at my screen out here, and you look at all my stuff, I got all the DAWs, like all of them, except FL no. But I got Pro Tools, Cubase, all of them, pretty much all of them. Studio One, MPC, you name it, I got. So Reasons, I got it all. But I kind of want to be like that with my hardware too, and the hardware instruments that I have also. But the thing is, I don't have enough outputs and inputs to actually carry what I'm doing as far as plugging these up and running it. Now, so far, what I'm running now is I'm running the ADAT from my Apollo Twin, and I'm running it into my Behringer. I got a Behringer 8000, which gives the Twin 8 more inputs with preamps that I can use in my Apollo Twin. But the problem is, it's not very stable. And I don't know. It could be my ADAT cable. Or I just think it's not very stable. So with that being said, there's a reason why I'm currently thinking about going and leaving audio interfaces. Because when you start looking at the prices of getting the audio interface, because I want to have one. I say I got like 7 keyboards. If I run each of them stereo input left and right, you're talking about 14 inputs and 14 outs. So now you're going past really. Even if I combine it, you're talking at least 7 inputs and 7 outs. So let's go to the see how much a 7 input thing. And I was looking at it earlier, and I said, oh my gosh. So if I stayed in UAD, I probably at least need to get the 8P, right? I thought about getting the 6, but the 6 is not gonna be enough inputs because I need at least 7 inputs and outs, right? And I just want to show you this. Watch how this switches up here. Let's go back to the thing and show you what an 8P costs. Now, an 8P Universal Audio 8P is running right now at least $1,500, and that's the old 8P. That's not the X. Now, if you go into the X, the brand new ones, the 8 is going $3,500 for the brand new one. All right, so you can find a Quad 8. That's the old one. That's the second generation. You got the AP. That's the second generation. 1619 for that. That might be an X. But the new generation that has they say has a little bit better sound quality. It's going three bands, 3,500. So the cheapest one I found, an AP even used in Sweetwater, the X6 is 1,700, 1,799, and then you got the Apollo 8 Duo. That's old. And then you got the AP 16 in, 16 out. Sweetwater used. That's still 1,750. So you're talking brand new for Apollo X, brand new for an 8P Apollo. You're talking, man, $3,000. And then that's the X. That's the X. The new generation, you're talking $500 more. You might as well go and get the $3,499 and get the new one, right? But just invest on and get the new one for $35. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, if I stay in this ecosystem and I get this, the Apollo, the UAD Apollo audio interface, or something comparable, I'm going to be spending anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000, right, to get the sound and everything I want. Now, I can do that, or I can go with a digital mixer. And as you guys know, I've been dibbing and dabbing in PreSonus Studio One, which is I've fallen in love with. Even though I worked the Pro Tools last night, and y'all have to start giving Pro Tools. Yeah, and if you have not seen my video on Pro Tools and why you need to learn Pro Tools, check it out. Is Pro Tools still the industry standard? Check out the video. We'll talk about it in my last video. But I worked the Pro Tools last night. I thoroughly and kind of enjoyed working in Pro Tools. Working in Pro Tools is kind of fun. Now, if I was gonna get a digital mixer, it'd be a hybrid digital mixer because I still would want to mix and run everything in the box. So it's 2 mixers I've boiled it down to. it would either be the PreSonus Studio Live, right? The 32C, which is $15.99. Now the cool thing about this is brand new. With the $15.99, I get 32 channels, and I think it's 32 in and out. Let's see if we can open it. Otherwise, I open it. Let me go there. So even with this, if I got this and we ran this, you have 32 channels in and out, and that's more than enough inputs for me. Also, for some reason, I've been getting a lot of calls to do live events, like to run sound and live. I really don't like doing live events because it's a lot to go to it. But a small stage setup, live event, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind it. But I don't want to do like a huge, big venue or nothing like that. But I've been given calls to do that, and I was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? If it's in my wattage, we could do it. I could actually use the mixer as a dual for live events as well as studio situations, right? But kind of me too is I don't really want to take my stuff out the studio and take it on the road, but I will if the money's right, if the money's right. But that's one of the things. If you look at the pricing, you're looking at cheaper for the 32S. Even if I got the 64, what's this PreSonus 64? Let's see how much that runs. 64S. You're looking at, you're still coming out less than you would if you just got the Apollo. Now the question is, will it sound just as good? I think it would sound just as good if you got the PreSonus 64S. They got it now in Sweetwater for less than 20. Now I noticed they've been on sale, so I want to PreSonus getting ready to release something new. Y'all know NAMM is coming up in a couple of weeks, so I know PreSonus getting ready to release something new. But here you can get the PreSonus, the Studio Live 64S, and the networking package for about $1,000 more than you would just get in the brand new Apollo AXP with AXP2 generation 2. So you will actually come out cheaper. And the other thing that you have too, you have to look at it is this. There are certain reasons why I think I would choose a digital mixer and why I'm leaning towards it. Why I'm really leaning towards getting rid of it. I probably never get rid of my Apollo because I love right now the ecosystem emulation that I have going on in my Apollo, because my emulation is kind of emulation of a very well-known producer at studio, and it's sounding phenomenal right now, and I'm working hard, and I paid a lot of money to get it to sound like that. But at the same time, if I was to upgrade, there's some reasons that you would think to switch from a audio interface to a digital mixer. And normally, like I said before, it kind of depends on your needs. What do you need? Why choose a digital mixer? One, a digital mixer can handle multiple audio sources and outputs simultaneously. So it's good not only for the studio, if you have a lot of instruments, as I have, right? But then it's also good if you want to go do live performances, and it has a lot of duality to it, and because it can be eclectic because you have also you can do podcasts, which I'm also setting up in here also, and then you also have you can have multi-mic setups. So not only can I have all my mics and everything plugged in, once it's patched in, it's there. You know what I'm saying? Also, I can also use it for dual setups, whereas you have to do a lot of patching if you have the audio interface. Also, you have more control. You can adjust the settings on the fly because you more than likely to have physical controls and faders via software or apps. Now, you guys know I had the PreSonus fader port to go along with my Apollo, and I love that thing. That thing was cool. I love mixing in it. It was great. You could use your ears. You didn't have to, look at the screen as much. You know what I'm saying? And you really could get a good mix and hone in and really, really hone in on your sound. But I sold it. I sold it. But I had the fader port, but that's another thing. If you get a digital mixer, it normally it's gonna come with flying faders. It's gonna come with automation and faders that automate, and that's a big thing. Then also some digital mixers also have remote control via mobile devices. I can use my iPad. Well, I can control it. I kind of can do that with my iPad, with apps, with the iOS apps, with Avid Control, and then Logic Remote and Cubase remote. So you kind of can do that still with the iPad anyway. So that's it. But then also you have expandability. Now, that's one thing that I do like about Apollo 2 UAD is that you can expand it also via ADAT cable. Now, I'm just having issue with, like I said, with stability with ADAT. I'm getting a lot of crackling. And it could be the age of my, my input. The 88-800 is forever old. I think I bought that back in 2010. So you talk about 15 years old. So that could be the problem too. I'm having issues with also when I'm trying to match the rate from 44.1 to 48 sample rates. And I'm having issues with it matching. Even though I have it on 48.1, it keeps wanting to go back to 44.1, and it's come even. So it's been a hard issue trying to use ADAT with the Apollo. And I heard that other people have said that's been a problem too, where they have some issues with Apollo. Now I do have some people that is using the RME ADAT, and he says he's not having a lot of issues with it. I'm having some issues with it. But then too, you have to think why you would stick with the audio interface. And this is what it's going to be based upon where they're your needs, right? So, audio interface, the simplicity, they're compact, straightforward, and they're really perfect if you have a smaller studio, bedroom producers, basic recording needs. You don't need a lot of inputs. You're going to be working directly in the box. Audio interface is perfect for that. The audio quality, a lot of times we're using audio interfaces better. A lot of people use a dual hybrid setup where they have their digital mixer and then they run the digital mixer into their audio interface. And that's something I'm thinking about too, because of the high quality preamps and the converters that come with those audio interfaces. And then also, if you move a lot, of course, it's portable. If you have a twin, or if you have a Focusrite, or if you have something that you can take with you, normally they're portable. And you can take it. Like I said, doing live shows, the number had to be right for me to move my digital mixer to go do the live show. It had to be the number right because I just don't want to move it a lot. Could be tedious. Unplugging and plugging it back up, patching and patching. That could be very tedious, And then also, it could be kind of cost effective with the features. Sometimes interfaces are cheaper, especially the lower quality. Now, when you start getting up into the high quality converter interfaces that with a lot of inputs and outputs, now you find yourself in a conundrum because they're going to the cost is kind of going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? So it's a couple of questions I think that you should ask. What's your primary use? If you're recording at home or studio, you probably want to stay with the audio interface. Unless you run into where I'm running into and you need more inputs and outs. And that's what I'm running. That's the problem that I have. I need a lot more inputs and outs. Right? Also, I'm also trying to do podcasts and different things. And I have like routing and dynamic recording setups that I'm trying to do. And I think that's why I'm leaning towards going into a digital mixer. Do you need advanced features? If you frequently adjust levels, apply effects, multiple mics, instruments, and digital mix is probably your moves. You know what I'm saying? Then also your budget. Like we just showed tonight, man, the newer audio interfaces that's on that par where you have a lot of inputs and outs that sound good and you want a great conversion rate, they cost money. You're looking anywhere from 2,000, at least 2,500 to upwards to 5,000 or more to get that interface with the great converters and the inputs and outputs. So your budget always is that. There are also space constraints. Mixers take more space. It takes more desk space, and you have less room to put stuff. But like I said, the thing with that is also you come with the faders. You have the faders that already come normally with the mixers that you can use, and the motorized faders, the flying faders. You normally have the faders that come with it, and so you can do a little bit more surgical, hands-on listening than you would with the audio interface where you're probably going to use a mouse or you can buy a controller to do something like that. So you got to think about that too. So after you get the audio interface, if you want to do surgical mixing and more hands-on mixing, now you have to think about the fact that you also have to buy a controller, a mixing controller also to go with it. And that could be anywhere. Once again, I think I saw the fader port now. It's running about $499 for a fader port. The Yukons, what I'm saying, the SSLs, you start talking about another $1,000 to get those things. Especially if you're talking about getting those and then getting the extenders to go with them. Now you're looking at another $1,000 added on to what you have. So it can get to be very, very, get to be very, very costly. So it's something to think about. And this is why I'm thinking about doing it. What should I do? Leave in the comment. What should you do? Should I go get a mixer? Or should I stay in the box and just do everything here? Oh, and I didn't even talk about printing too. That's what I thought about getting the SSL 2. I mean the SSL Big 6, but I've heard some things about the SSL Big 6 that I didn't like. But if you're gonna come back and you're gonna summing through a mixer is, it's pretty. Once you get it set up, you kind of got it. Where it can be a little bit more tedious doing it in the box if you're doing it with the audio interface too. So summing is also a thing that you have to think about when doing those two things. But let me know in the content. No, 25 minutes, you gotta go. Let me know in the comment section. What should I do? Should I stick with the audio interface, or have I outgrown it? And is it now time to get a digital mixer? Leave it in the comment section. Let me know. It's your boy King Joe. We're gonna come back with a little show. I don't know. Tomorrow's my day off. Monday's on my day off. I don't really like to come in there Monday, so we'll see what happens. Listen, I thank you guys. You guys have a great evening. It's your boy King Joe. Leave in the comments what you think I should do. Make sure you like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We'll holler at you soon. Peace. Jehovah, baby. Let's go.